Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Whizbits Random Gaming, and something we haven't done for a little while. We haven't put any gameplay videos up. So today I've chosen a Rastan game, and a Rastan game that I think I can beat. Yeah, I know I can beat it. It's Warrior Blade, it's Rastan Part 3. Now, if you happen to like this kind of content, gameplay videos, gameplay chat, all that kind of stuff, please take the time to consider subscribing to the channel. It's much appreciated. It helps the content get seen. Give us a thumbs up as well. Leave us a comment. All that kind of interaction. It really helps more than you would ever know. It only takes a second of your time. Anyway, let's get on with the gameplay. And today's commentary will be inspired at times on a night out in London. You'll see what I mean as we go along. Right, so as you saw there, that was kind of just a warm-up level, a little introduction until we get into it. Now, this game is pure hack and slash madness, only ever released in arcades. There is no console ports of this one. Until recently, it was part of the Taito Milestones Collection 3, which is available only on the Switch, I believe. And that collection houses all of the Rastan Saga games. Now, if you know my history with Rastan, I'll leave a link down to my first episode of Unfinished Business, where I tried to complete Rastan for the first time in my life. I've been trying for over 30 years. If you want to watch it, I'll let you see how it gets on. But yeah, it's a very sad ending, almost as miserable as Stephen King's The Mist, the movie adaptation. Alright, maybe not quite as harrowing as that, but yeah, nevertheless, it was sad. So this game is, the final game in the Rastan Saga. There is 3 games. The first one is brilliant. The second one, not so much. And of course, you've got this arcade hack and slash here. This one is just pure madness. It's basically Golden Axe amplified, It really is. It's just everything that Golden Axe, I'm not going to say it should have been, because it was a different time, a different era. But yeah, this one is just basically, it's on the juice compared to Golden Axe, shall we say. Right, so already we're on the first boss. Shouldn't have too much trouble with this guy. Again, I'm going to be spamming the credits on this one. It's an arcade game, so yeah, we will complete it on this playthrough. I don't see a way that I won't. I've completed it a number of times since I purchased it. I never really got too far in the arcade. It was very much a bit of a coin guzzler, shall we say. So Rastan is a character that I've got a real rich history with. I love the arcade growing up. The sequel, not so much. Bit of a disaster, that one. Great soundtrack, but yeah, Taito really didn't do themselves any favour with that. But they definitely redeemed themselves with this game. It's brain-numbing, mindless fun. There's no strategy involved whatsoever. It's just jump, slash, smash. And you know what? I come from this generation. I come from this era. So I love that stuff. I've got time for it all day. But like I say, I've got a bit of a history with Rastan, and we're going to do some kind of running commentary tonight. Whereas Rastan is on a night out, let's say he's in and around Tottenham. He's around Peckham, Brixton. He's just going around his business in London. And after the first game, he saved the world, He didn't get much credit for it, to be honest with you. He became king, and he was rewarded with a pretty mediocre, if not crap, sequel. Yeah, so he's not pleased. So this is his third outing. Now at this stage, if you actually read about Rastan in the little mini credits, after he pretty much saved the world in the first one, he just went on to become quite a selfish guy and just rob and pillage everyone. And that's what he's doing tonight. He's on the road and he's just out to get the cash, He's getting what he wants. He's just basically rinsing everyone for anything he can. So that's how I'm going to approach this game tonight. This is Rastan, Tottenham High Street, and he's just out and he's just jacking people. Now, what sort of idiot brings a boomerang to a sword fight? You know where you can stick that, mate? Right up your Rolf Harris. I think that might be the last mention of Rolf on this channel. And for valid reasons. Now, I was one of the people that went off him when he started doing Rolf Cartoon Club anyway on ITV. So yeah, I lost my respect long before all the tabloids came out and told us what kind of person he was. So these strange wizards that you managed to get hold of, your little brethrens walking around Tottenham with you, basically what you do, you got to give them a nudge like that, and then they'll set fire to them, freeze the guys, do whatever, Medusa eyes. They've got a number of potions and spells that they can do. But look at this. He runs off as soon as there's any sign of a boss fight. Now, I'll tell you, behind the scenes, I would absolutely smack him up for that. Leaving me for... Come on. Yeah, it's only a dragon, mate. You can do it on your own. One thing I'm going to say about this game, the controls are a bit mishmash. They're not the best. It's a hack and slash game. You can get away with it. But the collision detection or whatever, sometimes you feel like you're hitting the enemy and it just ain't coming off. Again, like a bit like a night out in Tottenham after you've had one too many bevies. Now, after this running commentary that I'm going to do, I would like to see Taito come out for 4th Rastan game. Rastan on the road. I would love to see it. Now, although it gives you this kind of option as to choose what path you take, it really doesn't matter because you're going to do all of these levels anyway. I guess it's just a preference. Maybe you find one easier than the other. Again, I'm spamming credits, so I don't really care. I'm just smashing everyone up best I can. So what you'll see here is a lot of these enemies are just dropping cash. And like I said, Rastan at this stage is all about the dough. He's just jacking people. He no longer cares about saving the world or anything like that. He's upset with the sequel that they gave him. It was terrible. He's got no respect for Taito anymore. Yeah, they brought him back for a 3rd game, but he's out for himself now. He just wants the dough. So tonight, this is the equivalent of Rastan from North London to South London and just seeing how much he can pocket. The more I think about it now, I would love to see a 4th game. Rastan in London. You know, Rastan on road. There's loads of names that I could come up with for a 4th potential Rastan game with a comedic twist. And then I can add that comedy element because I don't think Taito have got any real intention of ever bringing this character back. I mean, the good thing is though, if you do miss the whole Rastan stuff and you want to get a bit more of this kind of game, okay, maybe not so much Warrior Blade, but the original Rastan, you've got a Bafor out there right now, which is a great game in itself, and in every right, it's probably a better game than Rastan, but the nostalgia strings pull very hard for me on that game, so I'll always probably rate it just over that. But technically, and for the diversity that a Bafor brings, yeah, I have to say it's probably the better game. Now, if you haven't checked out a Bafor, it is on Switch, it is on the PS5. At one stage, it was quite difficult to get hold of. I've seen copies flying about, though. It is obtainable, but I highly recommend it. And there is a video of me going through the first couple of levels on my channel, so I'll leave a link below to that. I'll also leave a link, like I said, to The Unfinished Business episode 1, the Rastan episode, down below in the video description. Right, so he's in Tottenham and he wants to collect his bones for the night. You know what I'm talking about if you know. I think we need to move on from Tottenham at some point. We need to head over south. Got a couple more levels in and around north before we do so. Now, on a serious note, I do love the graphics in this game. Very much of its time, where arcade games admittedly were pretty much on the way out. This was kind of like the last phase of arcade sort of hack and slash games before they became more simulator type games like you see out in the arcades today and have done probably for the last 20 odd years. Now that was a cheap shot if I ever saw one. Didn't even get a chance to jump off of the chain and yet you jacked me up. And you put me down again. Yeah, well, you're not going to survive for much longer. Let me tell you that.
May power be with you.
Now you do at times get the classic weapons like you did in Rastan 1. You get the fire sword, the extended axe as you can see here. There was a ball and chain in the original, but I don't recall ever seeing that in Warrior Blade. He didn't catch me out there. See, like I say, this little wizard has got a variety of tricks up that baggy sleeve. That time it was a meteor strike. The last time it was freezing them. At some stage as well, I believe he sort of turns everyone to stone like Medusa eyes. I'm sure we're going to see that as we progress throughout the game. Here you go, look at this one. He changes the shape. Turns them into toads or frogs. Bit of a liberty, really. There's no dignity in dying like that, is there? Becoming a toad. Right, so this octopus boss as well, if you have played a Baffle, you'll see that the first boss is an octopus type boss. My belief is they use this as inspiration. What I will say, the boss in a Baffle is probably a little bit more difficult than what we see here today. Now look at the sparkle in his eye. He's got the jewels. He's got the cash. He's a happy man. Like I said, he's out for himself. Right, so Rastan has got to go and get herbs. Now we're on the way to South London. His local guy has run out of herbs and he's got to travel across London. No one likes travelling to go and pick up from someone that they're not used to. And that is what Rastan is on the road to do. So on his way now, we're hitting down to, let's say we're going Peckham. So what a night out in London Rastan is having. He's smashed up the streets of Tottenham and he's on his way to South now. And he needs to pick up. The local guy isn't available, and yeah, like I say, no one likes having to deviate from their routine, and Rastan quite clearly is the same. Look at the vengeance he's taking out on these guys. He'd rather be in the manor. Now there is a variety of characters you can choose from in this game, but the plan is to go through it with Rastan. He's the main man in the whole franchise, and I haven't got really any interest in using anyone called Dewey. That name should be used in DuckTales and DuckTales only, not a hack and slash game from this era. Yeah, look at this. These guys, they didn't take kindly to my boomerang comments earlier in the game. They're sort of just ganging up on me now. Trying to prove that the boomerang is indeed a force in a sword fight. Not when you've got wizard nuts here. Let me give him a nudge.
Beschütze mich und bekämpfe den Feind.
Right, there you go. As I mentioned, you do have that Medusa eye option. I quite like that one. And again, look at him. He darts off. The faintest smell of a boss battle and he's off. Yeah, so you got to chop down your own green here, as you can see. You've travelled all the other way down south. The guy doesn't want to give it up, so you've got to pick your own herbs. Rastan has got no problem with that, you'll see. That is the little Shop of Horrors budget Seymour. He's out of the way. Let's move on. Yeah, as you can see, he's a happy man now. He's got the herbs. Time to get back on the road. Did he pay for it? Of course not. It's Rastan. All he does is take. Now, another thing that I love about this game, you can see the variety as well. The level's quite short, but you've got that level where you're going down the landscape, you're sliding. You've also got this type of level here where you're on the horse, and I believe there's one that you'll see that's slightly different where you're flying on a bird or a dragon later on in the game. It breaks up the hack and slash gameplay. It's really much needed, in all honesty, because these games, they are repetitive, but they're repetitive by their very nature. They're not for everyone. I come from that generation where these sort of games were big. It's what I grew up with. It's kind of what I have a fondness for. Now this is a game as well, let me tell you, that I have tried to emulate and make videos of on a couple of occasions, but if you've ever seen the actual arcade cabinet, this was, I believe, a double or even a triple screen game, which made, for me anyway, emulating it a bit problematic. Now it was probably down to myself, and maybe I could have adjusted some settings over the years to make it something recordable. But yeah, for whatever reason, I just never managed to be able to quite pull it off. Now with the release, like I say, on the Taito Milestones Collection 3, it's also been released in various stores like the PlayStation Shop, the Switch Store. There's a single title you can buy alone, probably for around about £6, which, to be quite honest with you, if you like this kind of game, it's worth it. A short game, but it's an arcade game. You've got to bear that in mind. But one you can come back to and play on a number of occasions when you're just looking to kill a bit of time. Now, like I say, I've got no idea what any of the speech is saying in this game. It's clearly not English, but I would love to have some sort of translation and put it into, like I say, Rastan's Night Out in London. Roadman speak. I'd love to hear what they're saying in that sort of dialect. Now I remember this boss fight. This one is a bit creepy. Help me. Not in the slightest, pal. But the way that this guy is actually saying it, it is really eerie, isn't it? I mean, very atmospheric. I'll give the guys that. I don't think I ever got this far in the arcade, to be quite honest with you. My 10s, my 20s, whatever the game cost, they would have run out a long time ago. Now, Rastan's made a fortune tonight, hasn't he? Look at all the coins he's been picking up, all the treasures, all the gold. Yeah, he's going to be on road to cash converters in the morning. Could you imagine Rastan negotiating a deal in cash converters? I reckon he'd get the price that he was after, to be fair. Right, as I alluded to earlier, like I say, the variety in this game, it mixes it up quite well. Stops with the hack and slash, although, yeah, it's still technically hack and slash, but of a different nature as we go through the game. As you can see here, we're riding a dragon. Not quite sure where we found him, but hey, he's happy to help out. So, yeah, let's get to the top. Courtesy of my mate, the dragon.
Ich lösch dich aus. Ich lösch dich aus. Verdammt! Hier kommst du nicht lebend heraus. Hier kommst du nicht lebend heraus.
Go. Follow this path.
Ich bin dein Gegner. Ich lösch dich aus. Ich lösch dich aus.
Go. Follow this path.
Wer bist du? Ich lösch dich aus. Verdammt!
May power be with you.
Hier kommst
Some of the speech in this game is just random as hell. And I don't even know if it's meant to be placed where it is. I really don't. But I love it nevertheless.
Scher dich zum Teufel.
Go.
Ich hack
Follow
dich in
this
Stücke.
path.
Hier kommst du nicht lebend heraus. Hier kommst
Wahrheit. Beschütze mich und bekämpfe den Feind.
Ich bin dein Gegner. Ich hack dich in Stücke. Ich hack dich.
Wahrheit. Beschütze mich und bekämpfe den Feind.
See, I don't even reckon that's much of a spell, to be honest with you. I reckon that the old wizard's just been chewing on a pack of airwaves. Who remembers when airwaves first came out, the chewing gum? I don't think I thought they was illegal at one point. I thought I was dying. They was that fresh. I couldn't catch my breath. Anyway, we go from cold to hot. Look at the state of this boss. Yeah, you got to hit his hands, I think, rather than the actual body itself. And again, as I alluded to earlier, the controls on this are a bit all over the place when you're playing it. You think you're hitting him, but you're not quite doing it. So if we're going to stick to Rastan's big night out in London, where would we be now? Would this be Rastan's attempt to maybe crossing the Woolwich ferry minus a boat? It's not like he needs a boat, it's Rastan, remember? Yeah, we'll stick with that.
Ich lösch dich aus.
Go. Follow this path.
Es gibt keinen Ausweg. Ich hack dich in Stücke.
Oh, come on. That wasn't part of the plan. I didn't want to pick Dewey. Alright, we'll make do with Dewey now. But yeah, the plan is I will finish the game, hopefully, with Rastan. I'm sure that I'll lose at least 1 credit before we get to the end of the game. Which, admittedly, we are quite close to the end. But yeah, I don't think Dewey's going to survive all the way. Now, I will say Dewey does actually control a little bit better than Rastan. A little bit more tight on the controls, a little bit more compact. But, you know, I just don't feel right playing this game when I'm not using Rastan. It's all about the main character, the man, the myth, the legend. And I mean, who on earth considers using that name, Dewey, in a game about a barbarian called Rastan? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe the name Dewey is viewed differently over in Japan. Like I say, whenever I see that name personally, all I can think of is DuckTales, Scrooge McDuck, and his 3 nephews. Right, final stage. And like I say, I've only got half a bar of energy here. I don't envision getting to the end and beating the final boss with just Dewey. Oh, just the name annoys me. So yeah, we do plan on finishing the game with Rastan. Hopefully, we've made it all the way through with Rastan. I don't know, Rastan's in some sort of Uber now on his way here while Dewey just cleans up the mess.
Be with you.
And of course, you know Rastan isn't going to pay for that Uber. He's going to go old school. He's going to jump out and do a runner.
Ich lösch dich aus.
Go. Follow this path.
Es gibt keinen Ausweg.
May power be with you.
Ich lösch dich aus. Scher dich zum Teufel.
Wahrheit, beschütze mich und bekämpfe den Feind.
Right, here we go. Final boss time. I don't really want to finish this game with this guy. I'm sure I'm going to get hit. And if anything, I'm probably going to let myself get hit if I'm close to beating him. Because I don't want to finish it with this guy. Look at the state of this monster. Yeah, I'm not going to make it with this guy. One more hit and I'm out. That's more like it. Now let's take our time, make sure I get the right character. Here he is, Rastan the Roadman, to finish the game. This big beefy dragon boy ain't gonna survive Rastan's sword. So there you go, it's morning. Rastan's had his night out in London. Oh, what a night it was. He went, he picked up, he made some cash, and he's gonna go home now, catch some Z's, depending on wherever you are, and head down to cash converters and cash in the morning. He's gonna make them pay what he wants them to pay because he's Rastan. Now, in all seriousness, I'm finally happy that I have found a Rastan game that I can finally complete. The first one has eluded me for so long. The second one, I didn't even bother trying to complete. It got that boring halfway through. I probably could if I put the time into it, but it's not a very good game. So yeah, I'm happy to have finished this one. It's not Rastan 1, but it will do me for now until I pretty much get the gumption to go back and try and complete Rastan 1 once again. Now you can see there that night has aged Rastan. He's got the old Clooney look there, bit grey after that busy night out. Anyway, let's chuck my name in here. And anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed the game. I hope you've enjoyed the alternative commentary that I provided today. If not, I will have a commentator-less version of this up on my alternative channel, Whizbit's Random Gameplay. At some point, I'll leave a link to that channel below as well. And yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I want to do a few more gameplay videos soon. So if you guys got any suggestions, happy to listen to them. Short arcade games are probably the best way to do this, so I can just crack them out in one go. Longer games, yeah, I'm always open to suggestions, but just bear in mind those games will probably be in different sections, depending obviously how long the game is. Anyway, once again, thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed, please take the time to consider subscribing. It's much appreciated and it helps out more than you'll ever know. Leave a like, drop a comment, share the video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Whizbit out for now. Take care.